After all, what I love about this motorcycle is the power, man. When I was a kid, I used to watch an English movie. Even though I didn't understand anything, I used to watch that movie multiple times just to see a girl riding a motorcycle so fast with a grandpa. And I'm so fortunate enough to ride the elder brother of that motorcycle, the Panigale V4. And today I am with the Panigale 959. So what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the video. So today we have the Panigale 959. I know that this motorcycle has already been replaced by the Panigale V2, but this motorcycle still holds a great value in my mind because the looks is like uncomparable. Not just the looks, the performance, everything is so perfect on this motorcycle. We'll talk about that, whether it's perfect or not, at least perfect to me or not. These kind of motorcycles, Ducatis, are like dream come true for me. So basically, yeah, coming from an inline 4 very sluggish engine point of view, I have to ride this motorcycle quite a lot to understand this, because whenever I ask my mind whether am I ready to make a video on the Panigale 959, my mind discusses it with the heart, then with the butt, then with the balls, and then they say that no, you're not yet ready, you have to ride more. So at least I think this is the 4th day with the motorcycle. And today, yes, I am actually pretty much comfortable riding this motorcycle on highways and on the streets. Unfortunately, I didn't got a chance to ride this motorcycle on the track, and of course you might have seen many track reviews and all. So this is basically a user kind of review when you take this kind of a beautiful motorcycle to our excruciating city rides and highways. I can tell you what all places you are gonna get burns. So let's get into the video. So styling 10 by 10, or let me rephrase it, 11 by 10. I mean, look at it, man. Just beautiful. Only one thing is, some people don't like this kind of an exhaust, I mean the looks of the exhaust, but personally I feel this double barrel looks also has some speciality. Okay, this actually separates this from the bigger brothers and all. Like just from a far look itself, you'll get to know that it's a 959. Amazing, man, amazing body panel. The front section looks killer. The Ducati logo, I mean you just need the logo just once, not everywhere. And I know that there is a big logo written over there, it's custom, so that's why there is a big Ducati there. And coming on to this section, you see the L-twin. We'll talk about the engine a little later when we go for the ride. And coming on to the tail section, man, what an amazing back. Italians are known for making amazing motorcycle. The tail section is the most beautiful part of this motorcycle according to me. Okay, I mean even with the Panigale V4 I like the tail section. And riding experience, this motorcycle is born in Italy and now living in India, so yes, it has to bear with the excruciating traffic, the heat and everything, and the rider also takes it up. So yep, that's all walking around. And getting on the motorcycle, what you see is a race motorcycle, man. From here the handlebars really give you a sporty feel, and that's super sport. Not even sporty, it's super sport. The seat, the handlebar, the foot peg, everything gives you a very nice riding feel. I'll say that the foot peg can even go a little backwards. I don't mind having that as well, no problem. But the handlebar is like really sporty, man. And looking onto the handlebar, no confusion here. I mean there is nothing much to learn on this motorcycle with the switches on the handlebar, even though this has many things to learn in. When I turn on the key, the dash doesn't look so beautiful when you compare with the V2 or the V4, because this is not a color display and all, but it has a lot of information. And what you see over here is the tachometer, the gear position indicator, the riding modes over here. So if you press this button, you can see that there are 3 riding modes: race, sport and wet. And here you see the EBC, traction control, ABS settings, 2 trip meters, time, and the total kilometers. And here you have the most important sensor of this motorcycle, which is the heat level indicator. You should have an eye on this along with the speedometer. And here you will see the average kilometer per hour and all, which is based on the trip meters. So that's all, pretty much simple. And walking through all the switches, the high beam and low beam switch, this is to toggle between the riding modes. This one is indicator, the indicator cancelling, as well as the mode selector, typical Ducati switch. So you swipe it open and fire it. That's how it is. So this is basically a 955cc L-twin. So I know that few of you will be calling the sound of the motorcycle as a tractor in the low end, but I'm pretty sure that this motorcycle will be killing those people who are telling that in the mid ranges and burying it on the top range. So let's go for it. That's an evenly soothing sound. The road is clear, let's pull it hard, at least for the first gear. So we are in the sport mode now. What an amazing motorcycle, man. But you have to be very careful with the humps. Ooh, I was in the sport mode. So there are 3 modes for this motorcycle. One is rain, the sport, and the track. So this motorcycle has 150 horses. 150 horses who are eating steroids for the breakfast, lunch and dinner. So you'll get those mad horses in the race mode, and in the sport mode actually the 150 horses is a little more tamed. So the throttle response is a little more easy, but you get all the 150 horses. And when it comes to the rain mode, actually the power is limited to 100 bhp. So that's fine. I mean, you need some time to learn on this motorcycle. So I appreciate the fact that Ducati gives some riding modes which is more user friendly, especially someone like me. I should call myself a noob, man, because say how much ever experience you have on other motorcycle like triple cylinders or 4 cylinders, when you get an enormously huge a V4 or a V2, you should be very, very careful with it. So that's with the engine. So on the bottom rev ranges, you might not find the exhaust note to be so soothing, because yes, it feels a slight tractorish, but don't worry, you might have seen over there the motorcycle gives a really, really nice race feel when it goes to the mid RPMs. The fun part on this motorcycle starts from around 4,000, 5,000 and it goes all the way up to the 11,000 red line. That's something so amazing. And this motorcycle actually comes with quick shifter, so you don't have to use your clutch for upshifting and don't have to let go of the throttle as well. And yeah, I told that I was finding it a bit difficult to manage this motorcycle in the beginning. It's too aggressive for the city use. I was riding it like a car. I don't want to squeeze it through the traffic. I was just maintaining a decorum and I was riding this motorcycle. Especially this has a lot of power. You let go of the clutch itself, the motorcycle will start jumping, and not that comfortable for city use, okay? When it's on the highway like this, you can ride it. And you might have seen that I'm just on the 5th gear. I'm not putting on to the 6th gear, because that's the trouble with the 2 cylinders. When you have a huge 2 cylinder, you really can't do something like what you do on typical inline 4 motorcycle, because you cannot go to the 6th gear and cruise it on the 40 km or 50 km per hour mark. The thing is, if you are on 70s and all, you have to be on the 5th gear or the 4th gear. Keep an eye on the temperature. This might actually shoot up, and there are a hell lot of heating trouble on this motorcycle. I don't say it's a trouble, because as I mentioned, this is born in Italy, not to be lived in India. Let me correct my statement once again. It's not that it cannot live in India. It can do a lot of things when there are open highways and nice roads and all. But yes, if you are putting this motorcycle for your city use, damn, that's going to be really, really hard, because I don't know how to explain how this thing heats, but I have made a different video for that. Just watch and come back. So this is what exactly happened when you ride this motorcycle inside city. The thing is, the heat actually goes under the thighs and it warms you the butt and very, very important part of the body. So I was actually taking breaks once in half an hour or 45 minutes when I'm riding this motorcycle inside city. On the highways it's fine, and according to the owners, you should wear a leather pant. So the leather pant will protect you as well as your next generation. That's what I heard. But if you're on normal pants or pants like this, like riding pants, you can feel the heat on your balls. The seat literally heats up. That's what I can say. And when it comes to the braking and all, it has absolutely brilliant brakes. I know that technically this brake is not the updated button that you see on the other Panigales, but what I feel is like this has really good amount of braking bite. I'm actually okay with it. I really didn't find any problem using this. And when it comes to the suspension is actually set onto a harder side, but not too hard that you cannot use it inside city. And it's really nice on corners. It just dips like anything. Once you're on that pace and once you're on that line, you can touch the apex and take it. Boom! I really loved it. And yes, coming on to the ownership and all, actually this motorcycle was costing something like 18 lakhs when this was on sale. And this motorcycle has to go service once in 12,000 kilometers of 1 year, and that will cost you something like 12k to 15k. And you might be knowing that Ducatis actually go for Desmo service once in 25,000 or 30,000 kilometers. So Desmo is actually a little bit expensive on this. It will cost you something like 45k to 50k. After all, what I love about this motorcycle is the power, man. Feels like a MotoGP motorcycle. The handling is actually perfect. Beat any speeds, the handling is like super nice. You can flick it over. But only one thing is, I don't know why I'm feeling this since I'm coming from the inline 4 family, nor from this kind of a sporty ergonomics. I feel I'm putting a lot of energy to ride this motorcycle. Seriously, it's not that easy. I didn't really think that I have put this much of energy riding a V4, but I'm taking a lot of breaks, I'm drinking a lot of water, I'm having a lot of food. It's a good thing. But end of the day, what you have to think is that if you are planning to own a 959, then just be prepared with your physical health as well. Because if you think that you need to hit the gym and get fit and all, then this is the right time. Do some core exercise and come to this motorcycle, because it is a little tiring. It is not that easy motorcycle. You have an open road. The quick shifter feels so nice. There is no delay when it comes to the higher RPMs. There is no delay in the quick shifter. This, of course, you can feel a slight delay when you are shifting it in the mid RPMs or below the 4K RPMs. And yeah, again, when it comes to the mileage and all, the feedback I got from the owners is that something like 12 km per liter inside city, and you'll get something like 15 to 18 on highways. 15 to 18 is fine when you are actually cruising at a speed of 120 or 140. So to wind it up, I'll say that if you have to pick a track motorcycle above the Daytona 675, then I'll say that definitely go for this. And again, if you are a touring person or a city riding person, think twice. You should go and test ride it. If you're just considering this to be a morning ride motorcycle like breakfast rides and all, then also it's fine. But the traffic in your city is going to hurt you a lot. So think about it. So that's my take on the Panigale 959. So I hope you like this video, and as always, show some love in the form of likes and comments. See you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.